And welcome to the first video in our video series of The Elements of Style by William Strunk and E.B. White. The first part of the book is on the elementary rules of usage, and we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. And we're going to start here with rule number 1. So rule number 1 is form the possessive singular of a noun of nouns. Form the possessive singular of nouns by adding apostrophe S. So before we get into what that means in some examples, let's just do a quick review here. The possessive singular signifies that the noun owns something. So the noun owns it, and there's one noun. Now a noun, of course, this one's easy. This should be reviewed. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Okay, so a possessive singular of a noun ends in apostrophe S is rule 1. So we're going to follow this rule, whatever the final consonant. So no matter what the noun ends in, we need to add an apostrophe S. So here's the examples that Strunk gives. Charles. We're talking about Charles's friend, so it'd be Charles's friend. Burns. Poems. Burns wrote some poems. Whose poems are they? They're Burns's poems. Add the apostrophe S. Or the witch's malice. So that's rule 1. And now E.B. White, in the introduction to the book, talked about an example that he read. E.B. White. He recalled this headline from the Times. It read, quote, Charles tonsils out. I'll give you the reading that he had in the introduction. So White says, quote, some years ago, when the heir to the throne of England was a child, I noticed a headline in the Times about Bonnie Prince Charlie. Quote, Charles tonsils out, end quote. And immediately rule 1 leapt to mind. Form the possessive singular of nouns by adding apostrophe S. Follow this rule, whatever the final consonant. Thus write, Charles's friend, Burns's poem, and the witch's malice. Clearly, Will Strunk had not foreseen, as far back as 1918, The Dangerous Tonsillectomy of a Prince, in which the surgeon removes the tonsils and the Times copy desk removes the final S. He started his book with it, and I commend Rule 1 to the Times, and I trust that Charles's throat, Charles's, apostrophe S, Charles's throat, not Charles' throat, is in fine shape today. End quote. So as we go through this, I want you to strive for the same kind of retention that E.B. White showcased here in this example. Anytime he saw something such as this headline, immediately he's thinking Rule 1. Form the possessive singular of nouns by adding an apostrophe S. We should be able to retain these rules at that level. If you can memorize something like the rules from Wedding Crashers, rule number 76, play like a champion, that kind of thing. Strong's rules should be easy for you to grasp and be able to apply in everyday situations, such as reading a headline, Charles tonsils out.